revolution! There is only one solution! Communist revolution!
Communist revolution!
There is only one solution!
There is only one solution! Communist revolution!
Is there anything you agree with conservatives on?
I don't know what that is.
A conservative?
No, I'm not sure what that is.
Is there anything you agree with conservatives about?
I'm really clueless here.
Iranians are asking for the bombs. Oh no, they are. I'm a journalist. I'm in contact with Iranian youth who are asking to be bombed. And you are standing here supporting a terrorist regime. What are you doing supporting a terrorist regime? Why are you supporting a terrorist regime? I understand bombing is bad. Convince me of what? Of rape? Of women not having no rights? I'm Iranian. I've been imprisoned by that regime. This has got nothing to do with Palestine. This is about a terrorist regime in my country. I can't even go to see my father's grave. I'm left as a refugee. You should think about it.
Kamusta at magandang gabi? Ako ay si Tito Goby. And tonight we're gonna react to the No Kings Weekend, the part that the mainstream media doesn't want to cover. Okay, let's get to our first video. This is by Decoy. He titled his video "Shortest Riot Ever." Let's play this.
Most cities are finally meeting these No Kings EBT tribes with immediate bopping by the samurai cop cavalry, which magically stops the rioting as the No Kings protests resume in Los Angeles. And when they reach the federal building, they once again begin attempting to break in. Then, while wearing a Mexican flag, broke apart a concrete column to create projectiles to toss at cops.
More Palestinian flags. Of course.
It's insane to think that in America, our federal buildings can be sieged by masked men wearing multiple other countries' flags, while actually attacking federal law enforcement, and not only does everybody there, but the mainstream media doesn't seem to care. As in any other era but today's, this would be seen as an invasion. So at least eventually they got gassed, briefly pushing them back.
And throws it back.
Utilizing signs and leaf blowers to block the gas.
And of course, those are the guns that the police officers are using are what you call it? It's either airsoft guns. No, they're not airsoft. Paintball guns. I think they have like pepper balls in them. So the people getting hit are probably just getting slight bruises, but nothing that bad.
Before finally, the feds stopped playing and burst out the gate. Pushing back the mob and making a few arrests.
The funny thing is with these I guess rioters or agitators, as soon as as soon as they get arrested, they cry about it. It's like you're throwing. Well, I don't know what were they throwing. Throwing rocks at the police officers. You know, and as soon as they get arrested, they're going to be crying. It's like, I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, it's America, right?
But then these imbeciles, while evading arrest, ran onto the train tracks.
Oh, what the fuck? Why?
Getting run over by the metro to protest the king that doesn't even exist sounds stupid, but this is the same group that tried to tag the communist flag before noticing they weren't tall enough to finish the painting, and writing, "Abolishing ICE is the neural position," as none of this makes sense unless you had more emotions and information paired with a shoe-sized IQ, and you would hope even an imbecile would know not to fight an armored horse, as they quickly and effectively finally disperse the mob of unemployed madness.
Oh, oh God! That's you see a horse like coming, right? It's like you're gonna stand right in front of it. Okay, let's see that again. It's like right there. This guy should be moving away. But instead, he's standing there thinking that he's gonna stop the horse. Okay, he got shot by a pepper ball, I guess, right there by this officer right here, and he's still not moving. He's still he's still facing the horse. There you go. So the horse pretty much knees him in the torso right there. It's like, get out of the way. There you go. It's a good thing it didn't stomp on him. It just kneed him on the stomach. But you should know to get out of the way of a horse. Oh, and now they're gonna cry about it. After they did the crime, they're gonna cry about it.
As surprisingly, the protest ended before the sun went down, which is shocking, as in Los Angeles less than a year ago, they let idiots control the city for weeks until they finally had to deploy the Marines. But this time, aside from letting the samurai cop cavalry knock some equestrian sense into them, all they had to do was actually let them make arrests for attacking the feds. And even the idiots that were simply graffitiing threats or actually getting investigated.
It is a federal crime to put graffiti on a federal building. Very much because it's what let's see. What was it called? Defacing federal property. Is that it? Defacing. Oh, okay, defacing federal property. Okay, defacing federal property is a federal crime under 18 USC 1361. Prohibiting willful damage to U.S. government buildings, lands, or property. There you go. So penalty are served damage over $1,000 can result in up to 10 years in prison and heavy fines. So it's a federal crime to put graffiti on a federal building.
As this is indeed a federal crime,
Yeah, there you go. It is a federal crime.
for which she has already been identified.
U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley posting on X, to those who were smashing concrete blocks and throwing them at our officers, we have you on video. We will find you and arrest you too. You've been warned. The protests also became chaotic in Portland, Oregon, where an unlawful assembly was declared outside an ICE facility.
And Fox News
Yeah, you saw that again. More Palestinian flags flying.
Also became chaotic in Portland.
There you go. There's a Palestinian flag there.
Portland, Oregon, where an unlawful assembly was declared outside an ICE facility.
and Fox News just lightly skimmed the difference between the No Kings nonsense in Los Angeles versus Portland. But notice, Portland, Oregon saw the same exact things outside their federal building.
Why? You know, I thought the No Kings protest was supposed to be peaceful, but you got this in Los Angeles and you got this in Portland, Oregon. That's supposed to be peaceful. See, as soon as they open the gate, they back off. They didn't want to storm it because I guess they don't want to be swarmed by police officers or something. But if you're gonna open the gate like that, go and charge in. But no, they did. They just opened the gate and backed off. Half-ass. Why? So you agitate the police officers. Now they come out. They start making arrests. Then you're gonna cry about it?
As it appears their police get manhandled and pushed back. So they were still under siege well into the evening. Until they finally made some heavy-handed arrests on inflatable idiots.
Okay, they finally got the arrest. Now they're gonna back off.
As this all could have been avoided.
I guess they want footage of people getting arrested by ICE? I'm not really quite sure what's that supposed to accomplish or anything. Just getting arrested by ICE and getting video of it. They were there agitating the police. All of them should be arrested.
If only they made those same detainments the moment they started attacking. But no, deep blue cities like Portland allow the police to essentially get bullied by low information idiots that don't even know what they're protesting. They're all against us having a king, we don't have one, so they already won. But that won't stop them from dressing up like a poison tree frog to blend in with the mobs of idiots that are literally plaguing this country. As over in Philly, this banana has ideas.
Why are you out protesting No Kings?
Because I believe in the basic fundamental principles of our democracy. And if we don't show up now, when it's the most important time to show up, when we see those, that contract eroding, right? Our Constitution is a contract.
How is the Constitution eroding right now?
Well, now I'm going to sound like an idiot. So we have the, oh my God, I can't believe, like I put on, all right. We have the Trump out there right now.
As is equally bad over in DC.
What this administration is doing. Black women are pretty much being murdered in medical professions when we go to seek medical care, and that research is being defunded.
With the No Kings, staff over in Newport Beach is at least slightly smarter.
Excuse me, I just respectfully ask that you shoot people's signs rather than their faces, because some people are more at risk than others. So I just like to respectfully.
What do you mean at risk? They're out in public.
You're out in public. It's if you can like videotape police officers out in public, you can you can videotape anybody who's in public.
You know, maybe they have family or friends, or that they themselves are more at risk.
Okay, it says here they themselves are more at risk for being deported.
And I say slightly as her excuse is still somewhat racist, but just shows how top to bottom their entire organization is essentially evaporating, as they no longer have the money to fund their fight against the feds, and even in deep Democrat strongholds like Denver, their resistance is quickly ended. So congratulations to everybody part of this No Kings movement. It was mission accomplished before you lifted a finger, but why not throw in a dozen prison sentences, a couple kicks from police horses, for you to make the general public hate your movement? So if you appreciate my concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription and you'll subscribe to Decoy.
Okay. That was Decoy. Thank you. And I thought the No Kings weekend, the protest, supposed to be peaceful. But apparently in California and in Portland, Oregon was it? They were rioting. All right, here's another one. This one is from Joseph Rices. Yeah. Hopefully I get your name right. He titled this video, Democrats Panic After No Kings Protests Just Backfires in Shocking Twists. Okay.
This past weekend has been an absolutely insane weekend with all the No Kings protests that were taking place. We're going to get into it all today because this whole thing is now completely backfired on the leftists in the most hilarious way possible in a crazy twist that they did not see coming. We're going to get into the crazy twist today, but before we do, just to give you a little bit of a taste of the type of insanity that was happening at these protests.
I'm just so scared. I'm 74 years old. I worry about everything. And I just am so scared.
That is the result of literal brain rot from the mainstream media. But none of this is working out very well for the leftists because the majority of Americans view these No Kings protests as nothing more than a hilarious moment where we see the most mentally ill clowns in our country come out of the woodworks to showcase their insanity, which is exactly what we saw with this person right here. This person who was basically memed by the internet as a Mad Max character because this is how she looked like. And, well, she was not happy at all with the way that she got memed to oblivion by the internet.
They are brutal. I am getting, like, just brutalized on.
If you don't want to be memed to death, then why did you go out there dressed like that? You could have just been on your, I guess, stroller or wheelchair or whatever that was, in plain clothes. And she just had to like put on that mask and wear a leather thing on. So definitely you look like part of that Mad Max the crazy people.
Mine. You know, I'm used to it.
Many of them were made to look like complete fools when not a single person who was interviewed could answer the question for why they're even protesting.
How are those rights being taken away right now?
How are they being taken away right now?
But the stupidity only gets worse and worse, my friends.
What do you make of the fact that he was democratically elected, even won the popular vote? How does that make him a king?
It doesn't make him a king. It makes him a president, not a king.
Well, this is called No Kings. So what does that mean to you?
It means we got to get rid of him. He's not a king.
You can't make this up, man.
Yeah, that's the point. He's not a king. He's a president. Oh.
Yeah, these people. Oh my gosh. The fact that we share a country with these morons is just insane to me. It is literally insane. But it gets even better, guys.
And what's the main reason you're out here protesting President Trump?
I agree with a lot of the decisions that are being made.
Okay.
Is there any decision in particular you disagree with?
So I would start with
we're waiting, Karen.
Well, I don't even think it's appropriate for me to have this.
Like,
if you don't think
these are useful idiots, guys.
Oh God! If you don't think you're appropriate for the interview, then don't start the interview. Refuse the interview right off the bat. It's like if somebody approaches you for an interview, just tell them like, sorry, no comments. Can you ask somebody else? But yeah, she wanted to answer it. Now that she can't answer it, it's not appropriate for her to be interviewed.
Guys. Now, my favorite thing about all this was that one of our own senators posted this and then got completely ratioed to hell. Donald Trump is not never will be, and has never been a king. One of our own senators posted this. Like, these are the types of low IQ individuals that we are voting in. It is insane. But she got completely destroyed, and I absolutely love it. Now, the mainstream media played a big hand in all of this, and they got completely exposed by the internet when people, thanks to the power of X, realized that there was another protest that was taking place at Washington, D.C. that was a...
Okay, we'll get to this also. Basically, in Washington, D.C., a lot of pro-Trump and Iranians, and they showed up by the thousands over in Washington, D.C.
pro-Trump rally, and look at how many people were at this rally versus, you know, your average No Kings protest that was taking place. Now, of course, we do have malicious celebrities and people.
Well, doing some comparisons, you see, there's other places that had like thousands of people, and there were places where there was just a few hundred. Let's give it to that, because the No Kings weekend was all spread out all throughout the nation. Okay, so there were places where there were smaller groups, and there were places where there were like bigger groups. But the point here is that none of the mainstream media covered the rally over in Washington, D.C. at all. And nobody covered the riots in there you go, in California, and in Portland, Oregon. Nobody covered those. So
people like that.
We can turn this all around and make the country better again. Get rid of Donald Trump.
How do they plan on getting rid of a president who is democratically elected by the majority of...
And I know it's just what his I believe it's just the beginning of the year. So or we're at the March, third month of the year. Trump was just elected 3 months ago, and all of this is already happening. It feels like it's already been like 2 to 3 years already. There's just so much crap happening.
of Americans. Of course, you know, the Democrats who love to preach how much they love democracy suddenly don't really like democracy that much when it goes against their favor.
He must be stopped, and he must be stopped now.
Now, it turns out that all of this is looking very, very bad for the leftists and the Democrats that were involved in all of this, because people just exposed a major thing. No Kings was funded by socialist and Marxist organizations linked to George Soros and CCP allies.
Okay. I've always been hearing George Soros for the longest time now. But if they have evidence, okay, I'll give it to them, because if they have evidence, they have evidence. But yeah, for the longest time, I keep on hearing his name all the time when it comes to these protests. That's why I kind of like have my doubts. But if they have evidence, then all right.
Neville Singham.
They want to call it grassroots. It's 100% AstroTurf. There are well-intentioned people that you walked among who came out, but the command and control was from these 500 groups with, get this, a $3 billion budget.
This is exactly what the whole Useful Idiots thing was that Yuri Bezmenov was talking about, where he was explaining.
Okay. No Kings riot. No Kings riot. Funding exposed. 294 million from elite dark money. Okay. The financier behind the anti-President Trump chaos. Arabella, 79 million. Okay, Soros Open Society, 72 million. Ford Foundation, 51 million. Ford. Tides, 45 million. Rockefeller, 26 million. Warren Buffett, 60 million. Additional major backers include ACLU, individuals, Indivisible, Planned Parenthood, and networks tied to Neville Roy Singham, CCP linked. Okay. Total trace. Okay, they traced this. Okay. Total traced 294,487,064 $641. Okay.
That this is exactly what was going to happen in our country, and we're seeing it playing out in real time right now. There was a huge thing that just got exposed with all of them. No Kings riot funding exposed, $294 million from elite dark money, and you can go through it all here. This is all completely back.
They show some paperwork. See, there you go. Okay, so they have receipts. All right, I believe him now.
Go through it all here. This is all completely backfiring on the leftists, on the Democrats once again. So with that being said, let me know what you think about all this insanity. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.
Okay. So the No Kings protests, which they said riots over here, it's well funded. So there you go. And there's another part here before we go to the Washington D.C. rally. There's another, let's see, something happened in New York also. I believe this was in New York. No Kings NY. There you go. All right, so even our Japanese friend here saw it. At the No Kings demonstration taking place in New York, there are, for some reason, groups holding flags with the hammer and sickle, the symbol of communism. They are called out. There is only one solution: communism revolution. This is proof that the No Kings Democrat demonstration is a leftist demonstration. Okay.
There is only one solution! Communist revolution! Communist revolution! There is only one solution! There is only one solution! Communist revolution!
Yeah! Communism is gonna win, baby! Communism is gonna win in the U.S.
Down their occupation! Hands off the Middle East! From the belly of the beast! From the belly of the beast! Hands off the Middle East! Hands off the Venezuela! Hands off Venezuela! Hands off Cuba!
I thought Americans were anti-communist, but I'm guessing wrong. um, if you wanna be communist, you can go to North Korea, be a citizen over there. Um, you can go to Russia, be a communist over there. You can go to China and be a communist over there. Go somewhere else that has a communist party, right? You don't have to live here in the US. Because for all I know, the US isn't a communistic uh, regime or whatever. It's I just don't understand these people. Why? So there's probably another 1,000 or so of people here calling out for communism. I don't know, if you don't like it here in the US, just leave. There's so many other communistic countries out there, you know. Cuba, there you go. Go to Cuba. Where else? There's plenty of communist countries out there that you can go and live in. You don't have to live here in the U.S. Okay. I guess that goes on for another minute or so, but we'll switch off. We'll go to this right here. Here is the Trump rally over at Washington D.C. That I don't know why, but mainstream media doesn't want to cover it. Let's see here. There you go. There's a lot of Iranian flags, and you saw American flags. There you go. You got Israel, Israeli flag over there. And I saw a couple of other flags. I think a Canadian flag and a Ukraine flag somewhere in these, I guess, rallies. They aren't rioting, so they're pretty much just like the other No Kings protests where everybody's just marching with flags. But here, it's much more unified. There you go. There's a Trump flag over there.
Well, thank God.
Here is another one. Washington looks beautiful today. And this is from March 29th. Washington, D.C. There you go. Iranian, and you got the Iranian flags, Israeli flags. Israel. Is it Israeli? No. Israel. There you go. And American flags. That's a big crowd. And nobody, hardly anybody in the mainstream media covered the Washington D.C. rally for some reason. They covered all of the No Kings rallies, big and small, but nobody showed up for this one. It went on for miles, I guess.
Tough part, yeah.
Okay, there you go. These are the Patriots.
جمعیت دیگه سر و تهش معلوم نیست. سر و تهش معلوم نیست. امروز واشنگتن مال ماست.
From Washington.
امکان نداره بعد امروز اتفاقای بزرگی نیفته.
There you go. I saw a Ukrainian flag over there also. Okay, let's read this. These are the Patriots they don't want you to see. Tens of thousands of Iranian Americans march in D.C. to be the voice of Iranians whose voices are silenced inside. There you go. So you got Israel, Ukraine, Iranian, and American flags.
چقدر زحمت کشیده ایشون این شخص کینگ رضا پهلوی
Now, I remember the Iranian people that we're cheering for has the flag that has the lion on it. Okay? Those are the people that we're siding with. Okay. So this one says left. The No War with Iran rally in D.C. organized by NIA Council, waving the Islamic regime flag, March 28, 2026. Not sure if there are any Iranian Americans in that crowd. Okay. Right. Iranian Americans patriotic rally in DC in support of POTUS, Operation Epic Fury, and Israel's Operation Roaring Lion, waving the national flags of Iran, the US, and Israeli, March 29, 2026. So let's see that. Let's see. This is the pro regime right here, with that emblem on the middle of the flag, the red. I don't know what you call that, but that these are the pro Ayatollah people. All right. And I do, like he mentioned, it's just regular Americans. I hardly, or I don't see any actual Iranians among them. I don't know if that's Iranian over there or Asian or Mexican. I don't know. It's mostly white people. That's what I can tell. It's mostly white people waving those flags. And right here, you can really see that these people are Iranians.
We will stand with you at the ballot box in the U.S. and be a strong ally in the Middle East.
He looks white. You can just see from their faces that they look Iranian.
Mr. President, Mr. President, you've already begun a new chapter with your sir.
But of course, these footage right here, when you increase the size, they're all blurry. So I'll give it to you if you can't tell, because I can't tell neither. But for the most part, the Trump rallies do look like they have more Iranians than the No Kings rally, who's supporting the Ayatollah. These guys right here are supporting the regime. Okay. And there's just a few more photos, and I think it's just the same footage over and over again, because there wasn't too much coverage on this rally. But there you go. You got like tens of thousands marching for the Iranian people. And they're marching for Trump, of course. Alright, so I guess that's it. These are the coverage that the mainstream media doesn't want you to see. Alright, you guys. That's it for tonight. Good night.